Whoa, welcome to Persona Hell. What
Yeah,
pronouns do you
yeah.
use? I want to make a Arya Winnan son joke. Hi, Super Mew. Thanks for welcoming me. I use she, her.
Persona had that guy that like bank robbers and shit, like
That's
heists and
just
shit, but
she's
like cartoon anime, like Spy versus Spy,
Oh, no.
like Mad TV type stuff. That
Listen,
Mad
guys, I would've
versus
been awake for
Spy versus Spy, where they
this.
had that beak and then they go forth and throw bombs at each other, like
See,
cartoon
if
anime.
we end up,
As like
if we end up doing Persona for way longer,
I played one of them on the PlayStation 2, but it was a spin-off. It was the Devil Summoner games, and they had like detective of the Rio,
I had like 2 hours.
Rykov, whatever the fuck, it was like Raiden or whatever, but his name was Rykov, or it was like a Devil Summoner 2 where the guy has to fight Jesus at the end of it, and it's like a roly-poly monster or something, or it's like a monster with the shapeshift type. I played through the detective work and got through most of it on the PlayStation 2 back then, and played it all the way almost through. I think at one point in time I played all those games all the way through on a PS4. Nobody gives a shit. Like, oh, this guy wastes his time playing all those video games because they don't have brown hair, and apparently whoever the fuck has a job can't take your shit away from you. You still have money. They can't go forth and take your identity and take cash because they'll have to pay a year from now. They have to go forth and probably have to like say that this guy had this, that, and the other because there's an asshole outside the house there and me telling me a bunch of shit. And they're parked in front of her fucking house. This shit isn't fucking somebody else's when you have receipts plastered all over there with the fucking last thing Ortega. And go forth and be crazy with you. They tell you a bunch of creepy shit. I just sit there and I have brown hair. Fucking hair is black and it has gray that I had to shave off, and I had parts that shaved off because that I just shave off the gray hairs. I don't have brown. I never dyed my hair. I'm not dyeing my hair and putting makeup on and shit. Like, I don't have money for me. I might have money for other shit, but I'm not spending money on makeup kits or any of that creepy shit.
And if anyone's here who's gonna say, "Well, that's what the game is. It's like millennial in the whatever." Okay, well, yeah, they're anime characters. Anything can look cute. Whatever, man. I'm over it. It's first horrible. Alright, guys, this outfit took me 2 hours to put together today. Okay, I didn't have.
Nah, low cap, I got a high score. It's different when you fucking had a chance to be able to fucking get a high score on something multiple times and having them write to you saying, how'd you do that within the amount of time possible of having this 12 hours on a Sonic Dash that I got a high score on and had done it like multiple times and then got one of those game things where it spinned around and got me the high score of 1,000,000.
Okay, anyway. Again, guys, we are sponsored by Persona 3 Reload? It's just called.
Just watch things on YouTube and then go forth and play a little bit of video games on the hardest difficulty setting.
Have I seen
Played that Marvel game on the hardest difficulty fucking setting. That was the hardest setting that it had on the hardest fucking difficulty. Beat Deus Ex on the hardest difficulty. I fucking sat there and actually played it. My parent was here. She saw me beat the damn thing. Couldn't just be able to fucking play a little bit of some of the Deus Ex game we got there at the got the ending. And got there and had to play the Deus Ex game to see what type of enemies and what type of bosses they were. They had that guy with the blaster cannon that fires it, like your enemy fucking just go and pass, run past. doing that. I didn't have hair in my
everything else.
My food. Like I know that I said that just because I thought maybe they'd do something to the food because they talk about them. And I don't talk about them directly, but just
Look at the most abused people on the internet. He is abused. He is. Oh my god.
No, do a smash and grab if I'm just used real. My fucking leg had some kind of like bacteria infection that went up to my joints. That's why I have pain because of the shit is like nonstop. There's no probably no cure for it either if you have been in the woods and around the woods and shit. I was in the Northland for 2 years. I would walk around the woods. That was like 3 miles in the woods. 3 miles in the woods is not good.
50-something 40-year-old men, 40-year-old men, 40, 50-year-old men that like watch Phil and they have like a punished king fetish. Say this to me.
Give me your mailing address. I'm gonna mail you a spoon so you can eat shit out of my fucking ass.
Oh. You're like, oh yes, he was nasty.
Opening up gushers. Gushers will make my breath smell better. Good.
I don't follow what Dorcas follow on the internet. It's my life I'm talking about. Right? And it's true. Follow the plot of this game. This is exactly what I've gone through.
Yes, my birds are always on
tons of business opportunities. I've lost the ability to branch out. Tons of people.
I'm gonna choke on a gusher.
Thousands of people. And now the masturbate.
I didn't even know they sold gushers still. I know they sold gushers still.
What they'll do is they'll
all Phil people are shit to do that. It has nothing to
They're
do
still
with
show
that.
gushers.
Come there watching you say things to your actual fans.
Give me your mailing address. I'm gonna mail you a spoon so you can eat shit out of my fucking ass.
I don't know if I get copyright strike for watching somebody else's
Maybe
content.
that's the reason why.
I have no life that I want to call over stopping.
Oh fuck, I don't even know. So 182, 39. 182, 39. Let's see. So 5, 2,
I ain't gonna race anything off for fucking this wipe my computer off. Wipe my computer clean. Lock off.
65. 65. I don't know. How do we do that? Hey Siri, what's 65 plus 194?
Go watch fucking wrestling before I'll leave this on.
All right, we hit the goal. So,
God, an idiot. If I have a high score on a fucking device that has my fucking name, their fucking name's Ortega with ORTGA.
Breastfeed it. 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 No, daddy, no. Focus on your sexy bro. Focus on your sexy bro. Focus on your sexy bro. Focus on your sexy bro.
Now breaking and still anything if they have disease rules. I fucking have that weird shit, bacteria infection. They ain't gonna take nothing from me because my shit has all that shit. I fucking fire in my bed and they will try to set up my bed and take the posters off or rip the posters off. So they'll be surprised. I mean, it's clean. It's cleaner than most people. Most people fucking are they deranged like fools and shit, and they won't take showers. I take showers at least every day, or I did for the time being. When I was out of water running, you could take a shower in the morning before anybody, and then go forth and go on about your day and go talk to people and shit. And don't talk to the neighbors, but I talk to my case manager. My case manager can take me to all those appointments. So I don't get derailed off that shit. And they're like, oh, this guy only went to 4 appointments. He didn't go to all of his fucking appointments. I go like 8 appointments altogether. I know it's more time evolving to go to these appointments and going. I'm giving you fucking $2,000 for your eye. One of your eyes are bad and the other. And eventually, lose sight, you get $2,000 if you lose your sight, but it's not worth having $2,000 if you can't fucking see it, right? And people think, oh, this guy's fucking. It ain't down. They could sue him for saying it's Down syndrome. You sue the fuck out of him for saying it's down. And they say it's Down syndrome, and it ain't Down syndrome. You're fucking blind. Down syndrome is like a disease that goes forth in your brain, and the fucking visions for your eyes. How your eyes are connected to everything through your face. But going forth, I'm going to lose my vision as long as I don't go extremely in deep and all this shit. Like go forth and play like 80 hours of video games on 1 year and go forth 100 some hours of video games played. We get 200 games. Ain't that much hours put in playing this stuff. I only played Cyberpunk just so you can drive through the area. So like you can learn how to maneuver a car via this video game probably, or try to apply it yourself too.
So CIA, thank you. Oh, Turbo Express, by the way, please support Phil after that explosion of satisfaction. Also, eat my ass, Rich. I'll let out a fart like this first.
Eat shit out of my fucking ass. Eat shit out of my ass. Eat shit out of my fucking ass. Give me your mailing address. I'm gonna mail you a spoon so you can eat shit out of my fucking ass.
So,
GameStop.
Thank you, Tower Dragon. Witty D, I agree with the person should know how Phil is to his fans. It will all one day fall on you for making one mistake. Three mistakes you being rude, but yes, people's money, their choice. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you could disagree with it, but to like out to these people and get their you know what I mean? Like, nah, they.
Stereo radio thing on there.
Like, I'm sure, like, you spend money on stupid shit. Like, yeah, it's weird that there are people that are unironic fans of film. I mean, I'm not saying I should have my own late night show, but there are. Let them be. You can think they're a dense. You can think they're dumb. But leave them alone.
Danny isn't stolen. If you fucking know how brown hair.
Yeah,
that guy can't dye his hair black anyway. Eventually they'll find out differences between the fuckers. That looks nothing like you. So the previous was more overweight than I am, or whatever the fuck.
DBZ King 119, thank you for the super chat. Phil is on a whole
the difference is my leg spray and my fucking goddamn leg spray.
In some ways, he's worse, yes. Williams and Boogie are at least self-aware. Phil doesn't realize he's his own worst enemy. No, he doesn't, even after 15 years. No. Like, I think it was Paul. Dislikes me. It doesn't matter. His point is valid. But, like, he stopped growing in terms of maturity at, like, 25 with this. Like Harusu, we could go to credits like Star Trek. What do you mean? Like, yeah, he literally hasn't changed. He wants you to think he's changed. He tries really hard all the time. I've changed. But you really haven't, Phil. You just don't say things that. When you do slip the tongue, you're still making the same dumbass jokes you were making in like 2009. At the end of the reason you are doing what you're doing is because just pumping out gameplay footage by you. If he was still getting the same viewership, Phil would still be filming with the camera, the same camera too. He wouldn't be able to change the camera. The only reason he's done the bare minimum to upgrade his content is because he had absolutely no choice but to. And he went into it kicking and screaming. It's like, look at all my upgrades. Like, dude, what did you do? Okay, you got a strip of LED lights and you got pixel art. The foam's always been there. Like, what? Dude, if that's costing you $5,000 a month, man, you need to figure out what the fuck you're doing. Dude, if you're spending $5,000 a month, your shit should be you should be filming your shit with a red camera.
They want to have somebody with brown hair trying to take all day.
Instead of money, they use credits. Okay, I got what you're saying now. But he's not in the closet. You mean like he wants men's asses? No, I just think, like, it's so funny because he says I'm too mature for sexual jokes, but the only jokes he's too mature for is ones about women and breasts and shit. It's like, oh, no, she has cleavage. Why does she have to have cleavage? But if it's dudes, he is talking about them shitting on each other's chest, butt fucking, like, everything's on the table. But I'm like, wait, I thought you were too mature for the sexual humor, Bill. Oh, it's only women. Like, literally, like, there could be robotic breasts in whatever fucking game it was recently that there was. And he'll go like, oh, I can't play this. That's way too sexualized for me as the 42-year-old man. This is unacceptable. Oh, look, samurais, they're probably going to fucking have anal sex. Man, and I'm here for it. Atomic Heart. Yes, thank you. Atomic Heart. I couldn't remember it, Cosmic. Yes, it's absolutely that cat would get jealous. 100%. And he hides behind the veil of mature humor.
When the morning has you feeling out of sync, Quick Trip has just what you need to find your groove. Like a free coffee or BQ with the purchase of
game that we're looking at, they had tank controls, okay? Did we want them to have tank controls in the modern version, or did we want a modern controller style? We wanted a modern feel to the game. And when I look at this, it doesn't look like the combat has been really improved upon. Like, the animations and stuff, like the characters themselves don't look very good. But that's okay, you know, if you can look past that. But just the way they're animated, the way they move, like, just watch this sequence a couple of times and you kind of get what I'm getting at here. Like, nothing is moving like it should, I feel. Everything looks very stagnant. Everything looks very sort of lethargic within the movement of this. You know, this stuff looks fine. The gunplay, that doesn't look very good. It doesn't look very precise. It doesn't look very seamless and clean like a modern horror game is doing. You know, like a modern rendition of a Resident Evil. But here is where things just get off the rails. Listen to this music for a second. Is this the kind of music you want to hear in a survival horror game? I understand it's just a trailer, but this music is not indicative in any way, shape, or form of what Silent Hill is about. Think of the Silent Hill soundtrack. Think of even games in the Silent Hill franchise that were considered to not be all that great. Silent Hill Origins. A lot of people have a beef with Silent Hill Origins. Imagine that game with this music. Instead of, when you're walking up and that smooth sort of jazz music plays, with a bit of a creepy element to it, and the woman is singing, like, that scene is amazing, and it sets the tone for the game in which you are going to play. What is this upbeat, orchestrated rock music? What is this combat? It looks so stiff. It looks so clunky, and I understand that there's plenty of time to clean all this up. But first impressions are very, very important. And this game is leaving a terrible first impression.
But the thing of it is this is supposed to be a 2024 video game, meaning that this isn't necessarily just a first impression. This is more of a potentially far along version of the game, to the point of where, can the graphics, can the physics, can the combat, like, look, there's no interaction here. Look at this. On the stomp, nothing happens. We'll play it in slow motion because that is the world of YouTube that we live in today. You go into that stomping animation, like, that doesn't look great. It looks okay. I guess a decent animation enough. But when you stomping on the character here, there's no interaction. Like, that just it doesn't look like, compared to the original Silent Hill 2, like, it almost looks like the physics are very similar, and they should be a bit more advanced considering. And the fact that there's no movement, there was no movement there. I'm worried about this game. I am worried about this game. I tried to give Bloober Team the benefit of the doubt, and I'm not expecting something up to the pedigree of the Resident Evil 4 remake. Am I expecting something up to the pedigree of the Resident Evil 2 remake? I don't think that's outside of the realm of possibility to expect. But obviously, we're not getting that in terms of graphics or presentation or anything. And if that's the case, it's almost like, well, what's the point of doing this? You spruced up the graphics a little bit, but are you really making the game better? Or are you making a worse version of a game that is iconic by bringing it into the modern era and essentially half-assing it? My hype for this game used to be sky high, but now it's in the toilet. It's in the absolute toilet. And it seems like a lot of other people are feeling this way as well. And it's very concerning, man. It's very, very concerning that, because Konami, they don't get a pass on anything. With the handling of the Metal Gear Solid collection, especially the Switch version of it, it did get better, but still, it was very, they didn't put a lot of effort into this. And I understand this is Bloober Team's deal. Is this going to be Bloober Team's vision for Silent Hill 2? Or should they have just, spruced up the graphics, spruced up the controls, did a bigger presentation about this, considering the Silent Hill franchise has been dead and buried for a very, very long time. I want to hear your guys' feedback on this, though. Am I being too dramatic? Like I said, it's late at night. I'm in my feels a little bit. But this doesn't look good. And the more times I watch it, and the more vibes I get from this trailer with the stupid music, it just worries me a lot about this game, that it's going to be an absolute disappointment. And I don't think the Silent Hill franchise can really afford that right now. Let me know what you think of everything in the comments section down below. And as always, guys, thank you for watching this video. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share as well. And as always,